Hello people, I am Sky Demolisher and welcome back to another From the Collection Fridays, a series where I take something from my collection and show it to you, my viewers. And this week it is my Hellboy 2 The Golden Army Liz Sherman. She is a 7-inch figure that was created by Mezco around about the same time as the film. I don't know if it came out the same time or if it was slightly after the film, but it's based on the Hellboy 2 Liz Sherman, and I'll get right into it. So straight off the bat you can see her face and you can see part of her flame hand. Now Liz came with two alternate hands. So in total she has 4 hands that can be used on the figure, 2 for the left and 2 for the right. And the one that I've chosen to use for her left hand is the flame hand. So if I zoom out, hopefully it still shows up. I know that it's a little light, so if I put my hand there you can see what it is. So it's like a clear, I think it's a clear plastic, it might be a kind of acrylic, that gives the flame effect. There is actually like colour in it, so I'll bring it up closer in a minute so I can show you. And the other hands that she came with are for her left hand. It's just a basic hand. I apologise that it's not going to... There we go. Oh, that's not too bad for focus. It's very basic hand. And the other side... Whoops. Drop that one. Is a gun hand. And that's for her right hand. So if I pull just on this back bit here, you can see the kind of nub that plugs into there. So all you have to do with her hands is just yank them straight out and then plug the other one in. Of course, because these hands are set that way, it does mean that there's no articulation in the wrist or anything like that. So if I zoom back just a little bit further, actually I'll zoom in because that would be a better idea. So hopefully if it focuses, you can see the leather detail. Now it's not actually leather, but they've moulded her to have that look of a leather jacket with the leather pouches and all of that, and that carries on down to her legs, and of course the boots with those really nice details on the buckles. And the belt is actually, detailed the full way around. They haven't just done the front, they have detailed the whole figure. So now she's back at the front. I'll pull her off, put the arm down a bit, so you can see there's a little bit of sort of like blushing, paint put into her face. She doesn't look exactly like Selma Blair, but she doesn't look horribly not like Selma Blair, as we've found with some figures that are based on actresses. So there is no up and down movement in her neck, but there is the side to side. It is very tight, and of course because of the collar and the jacket and the length of the hair on this side, there is a bit of, a little bit of rub here every once in a while. So you just need to be aware of that. Articulation in the arms, she has got like a bit of a swivel out, full 360 turn there. At the elbow it does bend, but there's no left or right, and the hand has a full sort of 360 twist. as you can see, there's the plug hole, there is the hand sort of thing. There is a little nub on these, so it does require just a little bit of force to get it through. Same thing with the other hand. So while I've got it there, you can see that there's a little bit of yellowing into the hand, or from the hand here, and then as you go up the flame, it starts to get to blue, and then there's blue tips. So it's actually a very cool effect for the fire. I believe if you were to light this a certain way, as in you use like LEDs or something, it will really help pop off that flame effect. Not, pour gasoline on her and light her on fire sort of thing. Now the belt can be a little loose, so it does pop up and down every once in a while. You just sort of need to push it back into place on her hips. And she's got sort of outward motion. There is forwards and back there. Her knee doesn't have a swivel, but it does bend. And her boot has a little bit of articulation. I don't think, there doesn't appear to be any swivel here. So you're sort of limited in some ways by that, but I mean, this is a figure that came out, 11 years ago? And she would be one of the very few figures that you'll actually find based on the Hellboy series. So for me, she was actually a very lucky find at my local comic book store, which is, of course, is Comics Compulsion. Hopefully she stands. She is actually pretty good at standing, I must say, compared to some of my other figures. So I do like that aspect of her. Obviously she's a bit sort of outdated compared to what we're now seeing in things like the Star Wars Black series or Marvel Legends. But as a display piece, she is magnificent. I really like having the spare hands. So if you wanted to pose her without the flame or carrying her gun, you do have that option. And all around, I just love the detailing of this figure. Because, like when you're looking at these boots, most figures that do boots, including things like the Ghost Rider figures, they really don't do justice to boots. And I'm a person that quite enjoys wearing boots. So I like that there's a figure that's actually got that detail right when it comes to wearing those kinds of boots. Because so many, they're just like, they look cheap, they look tacky, and they look fake. But these actually look like a pair of boots that you would buy. Probably something like the New Rock or something like that. And of course, while that's zoomed in like that, you can see that there are actually like paint apps. It's not just like a solid black on those leggings or anything. There's a nice sort of faded feel to them, which I think really helps bring that realism to the figure. Whoops. I'm sort of getting to a point where you think I should probably be blue tacking these figures down, because I think almost every video I have had something fall over. But I think it adds a little bit of comedy because it keeps happening. So I'll leave it there. I hope you've enjoyed it. And until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye.